RC and the place to be coming at you one more time for these live streams. And if you want to join in, just making sure freaking goddamn headphones. I keep ruining my headphones, y'all. Like, I don't know if headphones are bad luck, like, at existing. Like, the B6, they only serve half a purpose and they just are supposed to get destroyed, or I'm just really shitty with really delicate fucking equipment like that. But yeah, I'm down to my last fucking half headphone set ass looking thing over here. But it's all good. Yo, yeah, I just Drake just dropped one of those boring albums I've ever listened to now. What up, Max Lloyd? Happy Valentine's Day to all y'all out there. Hope y'all having a good one. You know what I'm saying? If not, with someone that you love. If not, with someone that, you know what I'm saying, you're friends with. Then with yourself. You know what I'm saying? We all deserve self-love, if you know what I mean. But no, for me, I already hung out with my girlfriend. She's on another time zone. So it was like, you know, you make do where you can. You know what I'm saying? So I got my time in, you know, so... I got requested to do this stream, and well, I mean, I was planning on doing it as a stream, but I was like, had thought about it being Valentine's. I was like, oh yeah, I guess it is. Yeah, also I had to do a freaking rehearsal today. Yeah, I guess Valentine's Day isn't treated as a federal holiday, respected as much, respected like most other holidays, huh? I guess you wonder where I've been stopped. But yeah. Oh, yeah. Axel said, I'm just going to listen to 2006 jams or short and sweet and pretend Drake didn't drop that trash album. But yeah, I hope y'all having a good day out there. Animation school tied me up, so as soon as I got out of school, the line's over. Oh, not true, man. You know what I'm saying? The reality of the fact is, you find someone who genuinely resonates. Oh my God, I'm about to have a relationship advice for Rock Critic. But you know what I mean? Like, oh my God, yeah. Essentially, it's just like you don't want to settle for the type of person who's not going to be the type of person you're into anyway. So you might as well just do your thing until the person who fits what you need comes to you. You know what I'm saying? Don't be on the thing like, whoa, I want to be what someone else needs. I want to so that I can be accepted. No, fuck that. Be what you need. You know, and then if someone fits what you are, then they can come along with the program. But till then, like, if it's not that, then it's gonna be, you know what I'm saying, someone gunking up in your shit that you're just trying to, like, you know, be cool with because of, like, well, I didn't want to be alone. You don't want to be that, you know what I mean? Sorry, we had to start off with relationship advice with Rap Critic, but it is Valentine's Day. But let's get into these albums. So we got, not albums. That's right, we got best of requests. Oh my God. Y'all always try to push me to my limits. Let's go into it now. Obombration Part 1 by Deathspell Omega. This is fucking black thrash metal, dark metal, whatever. I'm like, okay. Alright. I'll give it a listen. And here's the thing. Like, I was listening to some of it and I was like, man, you know, like, this just, and maybe they're just not doing it right certain ways, but like sometimes it was genuinely aggravating to like listen to me, like not even from a like, oh, this is bad, I don't like it, just from like, okay, all right, this is just a lot, and I'm like fucking just can't listen to this. You know what I'm saying? For you know, death metal shit I had to listen to, it's just like sometimes it's just a bit much, but you know, your boy's trying to find the absolute best, so I ended up going through, like, of course, you go through, like, all right, what are the songs that people think are big hits? And it's like, all right, do I think this? Do I agree with that? You know what I'm saying? And then, of course, I go through to find, like, okay, what do I think is the most, like, would get something into it? And, like, I'm sorry, if you're a big fan of this and, you know, you're probably going to be a little disappointed. It's like, oh, man, he's not getting the ones that really rock the fucking faces off. But I'm like, yo, like, I just don't think I can listen to, like, 40 minutes to an hour. Like, I need some change. I need some theme, and then I need some variation. It can't just keep being the same fucking... It's like fucking ease up, good fucking lord. These songs are fucking 20 minutes sometimes. These songs are fucking, you know, if they weren't 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes, it's like, yo, like how much? Like you look, there's some shit that's just for a certain genre and a certain taste, but maybe if you just like don't fuck with it, you don't fuck with it. But yeah, it was just hard to fucking get into. Oh my lord. So like I said, these are gonna be on the slower side of the joints, you know what I'm saying? I admit that, but like I gotta be honest about what I think, you know, would really like pull someone in, you know what I mean? Luther doesn't have a music video, but it is the highest charting Kendrick song, so you know, probably gonna just use some footage from like Super Bowl or something like that to talk about it. But you know, like yes, the rule is that I usually like to keep it to like a song with a music video, but at the same time, it's like if it's the biggest song in the world right now that everyone's listening to, like I think we could make an exception. Well, I want to break the Super Bowl halftime curse. Now, what would that be? Of like coming out with a whack album after that, or mm, let me see. Um, this. Oh my God, really? Axel said also Drake is trying to diss Kendrick in the tracks while trying to sue over Not Like Us. It's pathetic. Pathetic. RC says a relationship critic. That album was not good. He brought up the beat too much. Oh no. Oh no. Is it so look, if someone would like to make a request for listening to Drake's new album, Kofi.com/rap critic. I wasn't expecting it, but we could do it. You know what I'm saying? If you wanna hear your boy's thoughts on it. But you know me, I'm always in the middle of a whole bunch of shit that I'm doing, so like if you want me to do something, you gotta throw some cash your boy's way. Time is money, quite literally. Oh man, this is the one. Okay, so when it got to tracks like this is where I was like, all right, I rock with you. I hear the message. I hear the message through the throat singing. This world contains neither meaning nor justice. It's like, oh shit. Oh, we're just blunt force trauma with the truth and death metal songs, aren't we? Oh man. Oh, that was the other thing I realized too. Like, it's not that I don't include one or two of the like the faster joints in there, but it's just like I realized like the mode I had to be in, the mode you have to be in for music that is being high key and high intense. It's like you gotta be moving. Like I realized that it was like you know, I was sitting down and I was like, man, this is just hard to get. Like from track to track, I legitimately had to pause in between songs. It was just so much happening that I had to recover from. It's like I can't just go from all right into that track, next track. I was like, oh my god, slow down, yo, slow down. It's like, could you slow down for one fucking second? It's like, Jesus. There was so many times when the track would just and I'd be like, all right, this is a little too much for me. Let me go to the next track. I was like, oh my god, please slow down. I'm like fucking what's his name in Baby's Kids? Hey yo, slow down, slow down. Oh man. Oh no. Okay, can we stop and get it? See, and people wonder why people don't get it in death metal. It's like, oh yeah, get into this group. Oh, word, sounds fun. Wow, interesting, challenging music. Oh yeah, you gotta have to be cool with the guy being fascistic. And like, oh come on, like, can't one person have paid attention in history class? One fucking music student. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Squabble Up was number one on Billboard. Yeah, but like it's been like 3 to 4 months. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we're two singles on now, right? Like, I don't know. Like, if y'all look, if someone wants to make a request for that song, like if it's that much that you want, but like I just feel like, and also it's like I said, it's one of those things where it's like people have already kind of made so much about it, and then at the same time, it's just like, is there that? You know what I'm saying? Like at this point, to be like, oh hey, let's do another, lyric. You know what I mean? It just was like, at this point, Kendrick shit is so spotlighted that it's like, yeah, you kind of want to do the next thing. You don't just want to do, you know what I mean? Like, am I tripping on that? Like, I just feel like I said, literally the song that's being played the most right now is the Luther song. You know what I mean? Like if that was the problem too. It was November, and I was already like at the time where I was like, well, this is the time that I gotta like take my break because I'm a human being and I have to take breaks. Sorry guys, I have to. I don't have to. I'm going to because I'm a human being and I enjoy living my life and not being stress free and burning myself out like these YouTubers that you see all the fucking time. You know what I'm saying? So I apologize. I'm sorry that a full review of Squabble Up did not materialize, at least to this juncture. I mean, someone cares to request it. But the reality of the fact is, it's like I do want to be relatively like covered with what I'm like covering. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, also like covering a battle rap song. You know what I mean? It's like, yes, this is a good line. Yes, this is a good line. Yes, this is a good line. You're like, you know what I mean? Like, is that fun? Like, yeah. Like I do look, I try to make things fun while I can, and add something to it certainly. But like, come on, like Kendrick's love song, that's more interesting. Come on, that's more interesting. I downloaded Tekken. Tekken's the shit. I don't know whether I was already. Ah, we love you, Grandpa. Why would we do that to you? You love me. You really, not parasocially appreciate my presence as a person. Uh, Would Royal Crown be a good rapper name? Nah, I think it's already a Drake. It would be too obvious. Too obvious. Oh my god. God damn. Also, while Kendrick is dropping one of his worst albums, I mean, while Drake is dropping one of his worst albums, Kendrick is battling for himself for #1 spot. God damn. Oh, shit. Oh, no. I'm saving my request for YNX. It's actually not a bad You Know Miles album. I've heard that name before. Hey, PX Cam, what's happening? It's your boy RC in the place to be. In addition to this, we're going to be listening to the absolute best of, who is it? Trans MC from Zambia. Blackwash or Backxwash? Is the X supposed to be like a, just a, you know, like a, oh, it's the letter denoting that there are two different words there, or Backwash. Okay, it's like the anime thing. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Oh, but yeah, that's what it is about fucking death metal shit. Oh, Flabu, hey, what's happening? So yeah, that's what it is about death metal shit that I realized. Like when it's going really fast and it's that really intense shit, especially back to back to back to back, like you have to be moving. That's what I realized. Like when I was like sitting down, I was just like, I can't take this music. It's like too much on my, like my being as to how it just feels. And what I realized is like when I just started like moving, just like doing some, you know, gyration, just like moving just to move, you know what I'm saying? Just like, you know what I'm saying? Heavy metal, you know, stupid boy, crazy white boy shit, you know what I mean? Then it was like, okay, this is actually okay, I can deal with this. It's like when just like the fact of just like, I need to burn calories anyway, fuck it, we're just moving and, you know, you know what I'm saying, jiggling around, fuck it. Because it fucking works. It is, so in a very literal sense, it is, you gotta move music, but god damn, it's like, you have to move. Because otherwise, it is just impressing upon you, like, the sound of it. Oh. Like, and the thing, I can get with it. I can deal with it, like, but it's like, I mean, all music serves a function, you know, a functional purpose to a certain degree. And I think that's the same thing with this. It's just very, very insistent upon what that purpose is. Good Lord. Okay, so Ganoga said, also for whatever fake genre tags are worth, DSO is black metal, not death metal. Okay, so question: How would you describe the difference? Because as someone who's outside, I'm like, I don't know what the difference is. Like, how would you say, like, all right, this is a death metal song, but nah, this is a black metal song, like. I guess it's good to know. Oh shit, this is the Fires of Frustration. This is the other, like, social commentary song that I could pick up on. It's like the electricity has to surge through you. Feel like I'm fucking Doctor Who. I gotta get the fucking that shit out of me. But I can actually hear what he's saying. We sense your sense of frustration and isolation, and we will give you the dissatisfaction of partially healing it while also keeping you on the fucking ball. It's like, holy shit. The social commentary. Holy shit. Death metal move or get trampled. Huh. Black metal is way more distorted and uses a lot more tremolo effects. So, black metal is more distorted and uses a lot of tremolo. Okay, so what would you say death metal is? How would you describe that? We shall grant you freedom from freedom. Okay, so black metal is way more distorted, uses more tremolos, and what defines death metal? No one has described black death. Wait. No, hold on. Shit. Yeah, okay. We described black metal, but no one's described death metal. Okay, the main difference is death metal bands palm mute the guitar so the notes can all be heard, while black metal bands don't let the notes all blend. Don't they let the notes all blend into each other? So death metal is the articulation of the notes, but black metal bands, which is interesting to me because I would think that the death metal would be the more intense version, right? That would wow. If that is from a fan of both a distinction, that is interesting how that distinction plays out like that. Huh. So, and I'm sure they're, crossover by, like, switching up the styles, but it's interesting that that's the specific distinction. Right now I'm playing a Tekken Tag Tournament 2. Yeah, I would have thought that, like, black metal was more, like, I don't know, the lighter side, ironically, but, like, it's being black and, like, dark or whatever, and then death metal's like the, you can't hear anything, and that's, like, the big distorted shit, Black metal generally is more abrasive and doesn't really make itself as friendly to genre outsiders. So, you could say, so what I'm listening to is the harsher shit. Is that what I'm getting? I'm getting the uncut, unfiltered shit. Is that what you were telling me? Black metal's the harsher one. I guess it makes it maybe like, I don't know, death metal is more purposefully being operatic about it, and black metal is just like, nah, this is the shit. And when we listened to what was the name of that movie? Gummo. It had a soundtrack. I think there was a whole bunch of like different types of metal on there. I was like, oh, okay. I think that's what it is too. Maybe when there's like different bands and I'm hearing different songs, I can like enjoy what's happening in the difference of their styles a lot more. But like when it's one band just insisting on a certain style, it's like, oh, this is really hard to like keep listening to. Like, how do they make this? How do they make this? How are all of them not deaf? But yeah, even through that, man, I still like was listening through and heard like, I caught up on the social commentary. Okay, it's not just a bunch of screaming and nothing. You know what I mean? Unless, like you said, that something about them getting caught up in that fashion shit, and I'm like come on, whatever. People can do it. It's possible to have lyrics about this saying like, why can't we notice how obvious we can change things and then slip into shittiness? Clearly, it's possible. It's a lot of aesthetic differences too. Okay, what aesthetic difference would you surmise if you had to get? Because like I'm trying to figure out, you know what I mean? What I'm trying to figure out the delineations. You feel me? Oh yeah, the French guy. Yeah, I was like, okay, I had to include this. This dearth. Let's see if I can hear what you say. Better is an easier to listen to, not like better produced artistically. That's it. Yeah, I get what you mean. Deathspell or proggy, so the production is way better than play. Oh, I see. A favorite black metal sounds like it was recorded in a cave underwater. You mean that Harmony Korine film? Yeah, yeah. Come on, a Burzum song. I don't remember seeing that title, but yeah. Whoa, what? Fun fact about DSO is the producer is Carpenter Brute, the synthwave. Oh, I thought you were John Carpenter. It's like, wait, what? The synthwave. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's more than one, but specific to film. Huh. Ganoga said the. Oh, that's Flarber, by the way, who requested it. Thank you so much for your request. The politics are that the core of the band are anti-fascist, but they have Miko Aspa as a singer because the political difference helped fuel the creative process to them. All right. It's like, artistically, like, I get it, but play with fire a little bit, but all right. You gotta get a different perspective. Why is it gotta be the lead singer though? Because if it's the drummer in the background, okay, I can just close my eyes and pretend it doesn't matter. But if it's like, well, if I know it's the guy whose voice I'm hearing. Whoa. Coran said the forecast says your area is supposed to get 6 to 10 inches of snow this weekend. If you don't mind saying where you're from, like just the state. Because we just got another, it was like 4 inches a couple nights ago. Oh, yeah. that was well, just a random thing, but like when we were listening to the Gummo soundtrack, there were some like black metal bands, and again, it's like it's hard to get into, and it's like really intense. But then when you can feel the groove of how the music is going and how tightly controlled they're working together, it can kind of make you go like, oh, I get it. This is how people get into it. It's like, oh, that's crazy. You know what I mean? But it's really like feeling that shit, you know. What was the one there? Not good enough. You want to move on to try out. Maybe. Oh, hell, what? Miko is a weird case where he definitely is a Nazi, but his interests lay way more on the political, on the philosophical ideas of the bestial nature of man, which obfuscates how far right he is. The thing about like all people, if you like really drill into it, it's like yeah, there's like no one's really on the stereotypical version of what you assume the opposite of what your ideology is. There's always like some weird wrinkle to it as to why, because they're human beings who of course have like weird idiosyncrasies that like are considered logical to them. You know what I'm saying? I'd also say for differentiated death metal and black metal, the core ideological separation is that black metal is very anti-mainstream. Okay. Ah, it's one of those deals, huh? Like intrinsically so. Bands that get too popular get disowned by fans so quick. Oh yeah, this is the last track I want to put on here. Obombration Part 2 at the end of this album, where it just sounds like the end of the world and like a black hole is just sucking everything up, and like the people don't know what to do, so they just start crashing and playing their instruments as it all swirls in, and it's just terrifying. This is like a fucking. I've just been reading about it. What's his name? Because I read a Rick and Morty comic about it. Like, it's one of those things that's annoying because it's like their team is really good. The shit that they're doing. It's just this one guy's an asshole who doesn't even not even involved in the fucking writing process, especially not the comics. So, but yeah, what's it? Cthulhu, the racist dude. H.R. Lovecraft. Yeah. So they did they had a great. There was this perfect part of the episode in the Rick and Morty meets Cthulhu sort of thing, because of course they had to do it based on the theme, the theme song at the beginning and how it plays the fucking Cthulhu attacking. Oh yeah, fucking Backxwash. Heteronomy. God damn, this shit just starts off going fucking hard. Have you ever been to Wisconsin? No, I definitely have not. It is very straight, plain land that I've driven, I think, through on a, what do you call it? On a train, but I don't think I've actually, like, been there. What was I talking about? Damn it. What was I talking about? Well, remind me what I was talking about. What? Oh, wow. Huh. Wow. So they're supposed to be out of it. Weird. Okay, so they really. Oh yeah, H.P. Lovecraft. Thank you. Oh, this fucking smooth ass fucking Black Sailor Moon. I just put up for this guy. That got me my print upon the earth. God damn. Yes, H.P. Lovecraft. I read the Rick and Morty script. That's right, because not script, but comic, because they did like a crossover with H.P. Lovecraft. And what was the one bit? Oh yeah, about the cat, because we all know what his cat's name is, right? And so at one point, someone gets saved by a cat, and they're like, "Oh my god!" Like. It's like, thank you for protecting me, and your name is, and it's like, awful. No, yeah, it's like, your name is, and he says, awful. And this is like, and he goes like, your name is awful? It's like, yes, and I'd appreciate it if you don't say it. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Oh wow. Mm. The Deathspell are cool because they actually make music about Orthodox Satanism and don't just posturize to it, but really get into the philosophical and religious nature of it. You know, I can fucking like it feels like they're experimenting with some shit the way it feels like my goddamn soul was leaving my body when they're having that fucking goddamn music. It felt like my soul was going. I was like, I ain't fucking staying there. I still need you right now. At least yeah, I do. Oh, and the balls on I'm sorry, like the metaphorical, of course. But I'm sampling the fucking toxic. I'm like, all right. Now you gotta go somewhere. You know you can't fuck with. You know you can't just fuck around with this. Like, you gotta hit. You gotta put something on it. And I do believe she does. Oh, this fucking female screamo right here is fucking so intense. Whoa! God damn. Oh shit, this shit is so intense. Yeah, that's the name of this track. I lie here with my rings buried. I lie here buried with my rings and my dresses. Holy shit. Oh wow. She's got a new album out next month. Oh shit. Yeah, everything I listen to is really fucking good, and I could hear her clearly improving as an artist as she went on. Like, this shit is fucking goddamn intense. Uh, so Drake's SSS for You is definitely not going anywhere because Sabrina dropped the deluxe version of Short and Sweet. Wait. Oh, okay. God damn, this shit's intense. Hmm. This is terror packets. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, that's pretty heart wrenching right there. Like selling drugs to get transition surgery and then begging your dad for the meds on the phone. It's like, an enviable position. I feel dead like my government name. That's some good trans bars right there. The devil screams my name with empathy. Pink bow tie. Hmm. Power Blonde. I just saw someone said that it's not all of them. It's just the lead singer, and apparently they're supposed to be like an anonymous band, and so the reason why they keep that guy is because it's like it gives us different of stuff to be inspired by writing wise, which feels kind of like kind of partially feels like he's just already your friend, and it's like, we don't want to kick him around. I know he's an asshole, but you know, he's our Bill. You know what I mean? It seems like that type of energy, if I were to call it. Either way, we're not listening to them right now. We're on to Backxwash. We're on a Head Rush, almost at the end right now. Well, of this song. Still got a few more of these joints, and we got a couple requests coming through, so keep it locked. That's right. switching it up. We'll switch over to PS4. Looking for my controller. Where the fuck you at? Where the fuck you at? Alright, this is deviancy. is Nyama. My mama said she would kill me if I called CBS and turned around and got confused why I didn't bring any guests. Okay, now listen to this. God is doing this with a heavy heart. Saying, do you understand what you've done? Because of what you've done, this is what's going to happen. Okay. Because, like, this is the, if we're going to get into philosophy, let's talk about it, There's one part of this, I think it's at the end of, Zigalo, where the preacher that's being sampled essentially says, like, there are two sides of God, but what's happening is one side is prescribing what's happening, the other side is describing, and that's a very big difference between how two people think about God. It's like, okay, but this is the thing that always pisses me off. It's like, oh yes, these two sides are arguing over whether or not God is doing this because he wants to punish us or because this is just the natural consequence of what happens. It's like, okay, but wouldn't a loving God be clear on which one it would be? You know what I mean? Why would the loving God be so ambiguous? Why would he not make it clear? It's like, I'm doing this so that the message is very clear what I'm trying to say right now. Now follow forward and make sure you do things good from now on, right? Sounds the same, but it's different. All right, why is it so important? There's two groups. Yeah, and they have two different perspectives of God. Okay, but both of them are apparently supposed to be loving at the end, though, right? But one of them is clearly punishing people, and the other one's like, "Oh, I'm just telling you what's going to happen when you do this." It's like, okay, all right, but like, like I'm trying to come up with like a parent metaphor, right? Where it's like if your parent was just like, I'm not sure if they were, hitting me because like this is the natural progression of what happens, or if they and they're just like, like if that's actually what they're trying to do, or if they're like, oh, you did something, now I gotta hit you, because that's what comes with it. You know what I mean? Like I get to relieve that stress of you pissing me off by like hitting it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know, God, philosophy conversations, great time for all the ingenuities to come out. But it is like, hey, God, you allowed us to think these thoughts. All right, let's keep rolling with them. Let's think them. Okay, you know what I mean? Like, that's how I feel. It's like, all right, because the things that I can't imagine, I literally can't imagine. There's no need for me to be able to imagine them because I can't. Okay, but the things I can't imagine are, well, you telling me the idea of this God, but I'm supposed to consider him a loving God, but he seems to be punishing a lot and have rules that tells you don't worship other gods. But if there aren't other gods, why do you even need to bring it up? You know, like that's the one too where people say like, oh well, you see, he could be either saying that like, worship no other gods before me. Well, is he saying that because there are other gods that you should not be listening to, or because, well, he's talking about the idols that people are praising that aren't real gods? And it's like, but wouldn't God want to be clear about that? Why isn't he being clear? Why is he like, doesn't that sound like someone who just afterwards went like, oh shit, was that what you meant? Or because people could interpret it this way and be like, oh, yeah, allow him to interpret it both ways, and then I can be looked at as both. You know what I mean? Like, doesn't that sound like that makes more sense than someone going like, no, my official decree is for them to be confused over which one it is. Like, am I getting too real? Am I getting too real? All right. I'll just wake up. This is a 7-minute joint. But it's one of those, like, even though it's like 7 minutes, it still just, like, hits intense the whole time. someone requested Disco Duck. Wait, so is that how the song goes? So he's dancing with the chicks, and then he starts acting weird and he turns into a duck. That's what happens in the song? I mean, that just goes to show the creativity of the guy behind it, but I thought it was like a duck came on the dance floor or something. Hold on. Yeah, it says, I was moving my feet to the disco beat. How in the world could I keep my seat? All of a sudden, I began to change. I was on the dance floor acting strange. Flapping my arms, I began to cluck. Look at me, I'm a disco duck. I guess it's like, oh, he just went, he did a stupid dance, but then everyone actually liked it. Is that what's going on in the song? Incredible. I did not know this. This is like with Dogman, where it's like, wait, what's the plot of Dogman? Oh, is it like a world with anthropomorphic animals, and like one of them's a dog that's a policeman? No, it's more complicated than that. A man and his dog, are taking on a mission that involves a bomb, and then the dog half of the dog head half survives the blast, and the human half doesn't survive. The dog and the human head half doesn't survive the blast, so they fuse the dog head with the human. It's like, that's the most disturbing version that you could have ever done in order to make that. That's so insane. Why is that the origin? Nuts. Hey, Bruno Mars. We just had a little bit of conversation about him last time. Yeah, because someone requested some of his stuff. Say that's right. Gotta let you through this. It don't make no sense. You know it, you know it. It don't make no sense. You know it, you know it. It don't make no sense. You know it. Fucking, it don't make no sense. Feeling finesse. You know it, you know it. Baby, you know, by the way, Disney put out a disco album after that. After that Disco Duck shit came out. Because you know, there was like, wait a minute. Are we losing money on that? Hold on. And then, you know, you can thank Disco Duck for the freaking 90s rap album that Disney had, because look, they're not trying to skip out on that fucking money they lost on Disco Duck, god damn it. We'll be doing the parodies of our songs, thank you. We'll be doing the you know, the style parodies of our, you know, with our, you know, artists or whatever, with our artist voices, you know what I'm saying? Well, that's about the long and short of the stream. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Gotta kick this motherfucker's ass. But yeah, I hope you guys have a happy Valentine's Day. You know what I'm saying? Single or no, you know what I'm saying? Take some time for yourself, you know what I mean? Be happy, man. Like, look at me, I'm happy. But no, I mean, like, seriously, like, you know what I mean? Even if nothing else is going on today, you know what I'm saying? I be enjoying myself, enjoying my company. Matter of fact, I'm about to take myself, because, you know, my girl's long distance right now, so, you know, I'm not really able to, like, see her. So, I'm about to do something nice for myself, as a matter of fact, you know what I'm saying? Did something cute for her, so I'm like, you know what? Valentine's Day for everybody, including thyself. So I'm about to take myself to a movie, as a matter of fact. Might see that new Captain America joint. Might be good, might be bad. You know what? I have an AMC freaking thing now, so I need to take advantage of it. And you know what? And you know what I'll be doing? I'll be probably coming back to a live stream. You know, that's probably gonna happen more, honestly, in general. Yeah, I'll probably have more live stream movie reviews happening, just because I'm like, I've got a subscription to AMC now, and I'm like, well, I want to use it, so. You know, and while I'm here, I'm gonna be talking shit. I'm gonna be like, you know what? Matter of fact, I heard about some shit actually. It's like, that shit that pissed me off. Let me talk about that shit, because I think I did it with Better Man. I wanted to do it with the Pharrell movie, but it's just hasn't come up in conversation. I think I randomly talked about it. We should talk about it sometime. That Pharrell movie, I thought it was, actually I'll talk about it right now. I thought it was a good movie. I thought it was solid. Like, the animation was really fun and inventive, like representing music and his imagination with music. I thought that was so cool. They really did play it like it's just a documentary, but with Legos that happens to be there. That was what was really cool. So it's like, oh, anytime he's telling you about something just being illustrated with the Legos, I thought that was cool. The one thing that threw me off was when they get to the third act and they're like, he got corrupted by the industry. Totally nothing that had anything to do with any of his autonomous decisions. Just these three white guys with cool Lego faces. They're like, yeah, do the bad thing, Pharrell. And it's like, oh, okay, he had no choice himself. It was just, he's just like, and they're not really being descriptive about it. You know what I'm saying? I think Pusha T admits that he made a bad song, but Pharrell himself never goes like, oh no, actually, some of my joints are trash. He never like plays any of the songs that were like considered one of the, you know, not as good beats. You know what I'm saying? And then also the sort of thing, like, because what I ended up hearing later is that apparently his ego was kind of a big issue that kind of like ended up, you know, pushing some people away from him and stuff like that. It's like, oh yeah, the movie did kind of seem like it was just kind of like, oh, and then one day, his wife to be just kind of didn't want to hang out, and then like he needed his time or whatever, and then like his friend Chad Hugo, who was his production guy, he just left. It's just like, whoa, what happened? What happened? Let's talk about it. You know, if we're here, let's talk about it. You know. And that's the thing that sucks about making like documentary where you get the real person, where it's like, oh, it is really them giving you the specifics of what happened in their life, but then they can also kind of like edit what they want, you know what I'm saying? But what sucks about that is like, it makes a less complete picture. It's like, no, we want to know about these things. Like, look, you already got the money now, man. You're gonna be fine. Like, just tell us what happened, you know? And I think one of the big things was what was it that I was thinking about in particular I didn't want to forget about? Oh yeah, there's one part of the third act where he's like, he breaks down crying, and he's like, and I realized, it's like, it was after he made Happy and something like that, and he's like, wow, I realized it's like, people want me to win. They want me to win like this. Like, you want me to win? Like, that's awesome. Like, I'm so happy for that. And it's like, it felt like it needed to be one step further, because it was like, okay, you made the song Happy, and it's like, oh, and like, you guys want me to win, and like, everybody wants everyone to win. Like, we all want to, like, live in this world. Like, it just felt like there was like one step that needed to be like that kind of showcase a little bit of the ego, I'm like, you guys all want me to win. You love me. You really love me. It felt like that sort of moment of just like, are we just watching you just like just taking it all the love, and that's right, you love me. And like, that's where it kind of felt like the little ego there, like I said, if it could have just been another step of like, hey, I love myself, and also everyone should love themselves, and maybe like, you know what I'm saying, bring the message full circle. But as it was, it felt like it was a little kind of like, okay. But look, we still love Pharrell. He still made all those goddamn incredible beats. Watch the movie, if not just to hear all of those fucking beats and see some cool, Lego stuff with it. The one thing I felt was a little underwhelming was the bits that just like looked like, not actual Legos being animated, but like, oh, they just made like these life-size, these bigger looking Legos just for the sake of like filming it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that feels less cool to me. It's like, no, let us actually see the little Lego worlds. That's the cool, fun bit of it. You know what I mean? The animation of that. But yeah, anyways, that was my review of the Pharrell movie. I thought it was good, but it felt like there was a bit of vulnerability that it felt like it was holding back on a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But definitely still worth it for the adventure, learning about his story, and, just it's a fun movie overall if you're like of that era, you know what I'm saying, of the like the new millennium era, that crossing over late 90s, early 2000s production, you know what I'm saying? Like, my sister will love that shit, so yeah. But anyways, that's the live stream. Appreciate y'all coming through for it. I'll catch y'all next time. And until then, remember, it waits for no man. Peace.